Good morning, children. So today we will study about the plane mirrors. See, when we say plane mirror, all the mirrors are not plane mirrors. Some of them are spherical mirrors. Okay. So from spherical mirrors, we are able to get the plane mirrors, and even see, if you take a spherical mirror cut in two pieces, that becomes a two shape. One is okay. Your chapter is light energy. Okay. So spherical mirrors, if cut into two parts, we get two mirrors. So that mirrors are called concave mirror and convex mirror. Concave and convex. Concave mirror are the shape like this. Okay. So actually what happens here, their surface is here. Okay. And this concave mirror reflecting, suppose if I draw like this, these are two arcs, two parts of the spherical mirror which I took from there. Okay. So convex mirror and when you say concave mirror. Okay. So concave mirror's outer surface is polished. Outer surface is polished of concave mirror. Okay. And convex inner surface is polished. Okay. So this becomes the reflecting surface. Here this part becomes the reflecting surface. Means the concave mirrors are bent inwards like this. They are like this. If I hold like this becomes concave mirror. Okay. If I hold like this becomes convex mirror, and where the light will enter through this. Okay. So this is concave, this is okay. So what happens when the light passes through this mirror? What are the points there? See, we will try to understand the ray diagram. When we say the ray diagram, so that ray diagram indicates different parts on a plane mirror. Okay. What are the parts there in the plane mirror? We'll see here. So we have one, this is actually plane mirror. Plane mirror. So this, there is a imaginary line. This imaginary line is called, this point, middle part of the spherical mirror is called pole, P. Middle part of the spherical mirror is called pole. Okay. And if you extend this, Py will become the principal axis. This is imaginary line drawn from what? Pole, from pole to the pole, from other part of the mirror to the pole. So this is principal axis. Py becomes principal axis. Okay. So here in this again there are parts. We have a part called F. So this F is nothing, it is focus, we call focus. So focus is nothing, this is a point where the light falls and from there it will diverge or converge. That we will discuss later. Okay. So there is one more part called center of curvature. This is exactly center point of the diagram. So center of curvature. And the distance between P and F is denoted by R. So this is called radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. Okay. And the length between this is called F, focal length. F, this small f indicates focal length. So distance between the pole and the focus will indicate the focal length. So based on this focal length only, our spectacles are adjusted. They will be concave or convex depending on the focal length of the pole and the focus. Okay. This is a simple diagram about the generally called ray diagram. Okay. So there are some rules. There are some rules which where we have to follow here. Okay. What happens when a ray passes? When a ray is parallel to the principal axis. First rule is, see, First of all, there are two conditions. Whenever you draw a ray diagram, there are two conditions. One condition is always object should be in front of the mirror. Object should be in front of mirror. This is one condition. Okay. And one more condition is here. One more is this. No. Object should be placed at perpendicular. It should be object should be always perpendicular to the pole. To the pole. Object should be perpendicular to the principal axis. So if this is a principal axis, this should be object. This object is principal axis. They are perpendicular like this. This is called perpendicular. One line like this. T. Inverse T is called perpendicular. So this object should be always placed in front of the mirror, which is perpendicular, and its base should touch the principal axis. Base should what the base should do? Touch the principal axis. So these are the two conditions of drawing a ray diagram. These are two conditions. So first we will see what happens when a ray is passing parallel to the principal axis. When a ray is parallel to the principal axis in concave mirror and convex mirror. Okay. So first is rule 1. Ray is parallel to what? Principal axis. Okay. So now we will take two what? Mirrors. One is concave mirror and one more is convex mirror. Okay. So you know concave mirror is what? Out in inner part it is bulge like this. So it is concave. Okay. So this becomes convex. So when a ray passes, this is the principal axis. We have to draw principal axis both. Principal axis you draw here. Principal axis you draw here. This side. Okay. So this is focus. This is center of curvature. This is pole. Here this is pole. This is focus. This is center of curvature. Okay. So when a ray of light passes parallel to this what? Parallel principal axis, this ray will come back. Ray will come back passing through the principal focus. Passing through the principal focus in case of concave mirror. In case of concave mirror. In convex what happens here? The ray is passed from other side. Where? This side. It comes here, but it will reflect back. It will reflect back. But where they will meet? They will not meet. But when you extend the line, they meet at the focus. They meet at the focus. So they meet at the what? At the which point? Focus. So they meet here. Where? Here. They meet at F. F. Okay. So this is how when a ray is parallel to the principal focus, in the case of concave mirror, the ray moves through the focus, and in the case of convex mirror, the ray reflects back, but it seems to be meeting at, when you extend the line, it meets at F. Okay. Then again there is one more. What happens when the ray passes through center of curvature? We call center of curvature. Okay. So through the focus. So one is what? Ray passes through focus. Focus is F. Okay. So what happens when a ray passes through the focus? Here what happens actually? Same case. It is the same like passing through focus and it comes back. Actually what happens here? This is convex. Okay. This is Z. I'm telling you, ray is passing through focus. When ray passes, this is only ray. This one becomes the ray. This is F. When ray passes, this will reflect back. When the ray passes through the focus, it will reflect back. Okay, it will make an angle and reflect back. But in the case of convex mirror, same. When the ray passes through the focus, again it will reflect back. Again it will reflect back. Wait, I'll show. So when the rays is passing through the focus, actually what means they don't meet here. They don't meet. So because here it is there is one more. So here we have to extend. So this we see as if they are meeting. This is called focus. This is focus. Okay. So here it will pass and move back, reflect back. This is the case of ray passing through focus. Then what happens when the ray passes through the center of curvature? What happens when ray passes through center of curvature? Okay, we take so many rays are there. The rays means many were there. Okay. So this is a ray diagram. So suppose here there is object. This is center of curvature. And this is the epicenter. Okay. So these rays when pass through, they will meet here. When one ray will pass from through center of curvature and meet here. Okay. Here they meet like this. Okay. Again, means they will go in the same direction, move back in the same direction. So when they move there, they move back in the same direction. They can go and pass from. They touch and come back. They come move from here and come back. Here same case. They move from through center of curvature. Again they will return back. Same case in the case of concave mirror. What happens there? When the ray passes through the center of curvature, they reflect back in the same line. In case of concave mirror, in convex mirror, what happens? In convex, it is just nothing here. What happens here? Here also the same case. Ray comes and moves back in the same direction. Ray comes and moves back in the same direction. Here, but they meet at the extended point of C. Here they meet. This is a C. So here they meet at the point called C. Okay. This is one rule. Okay. So one more rule is what happens when the ray is incident to the pole? Just when the when the ray touches the pole. Okay. This is the pole. When ray falls here, at the same it will return back. It makes an angle, equal angles, and it will return back. In the case of what? Concave mirror, return back. In convex mirror also what happens here? Again, all of them will fall and they move back in the same direction. So rays incident on the pole. Rays incident on the pole. This is pole. Okay. So this is mirror. So when ray falls in this direction, but it makes equal angle and return back. Okay. So these are the rules. One is ray passing through ray when the rays are parallel to the principal focus, principal axis, and the ray is passing through the focus, and when the ray is passing through center of curvature, and when the ray is incident on the pole. So these are the changes happens whenever there is ray falling on light. Okay. The next part. So we study what are the images from here. So what are the images
Okay. So now we'll try to know what are real images, virtual images. Okay. When you say real image, the images which are caught on a screen, when the light ray pass on a particular mirror, when its image is falling on the screen, which we can see, where we can see the image on the screen, that image is called what? A real image, and the real image is inverted and in front of the mirror. The real image will be inverted and forming in front of the mirror. Okay. And when it say virtual image, the image whose object, whose image cannot be caught. Image that cannot be caught on a screen. The image cannot be caught on a screen is called virtual image. So this is always erect and found behind the mirror. Behind the mirror. Okay, when you come to know some examples, it will be little clear for you. Okay. So now what happens? We will try to find images found at a concave mirror, by a concave mirror. When light falls on a concave mirror, what type of images we will get? We will place an object in particular place and we will try to get the images. Okay. Suppose when you keep an object at infinity, what is infinity? Somewhere, any distance. Suppose this is a board. You can keep imagine this is a mirror, plain mirror. You stand somewhere there, and you try to find whether your image is falling or not. You know your images forms that may be little smaller in size because you are far from the mirror. So in this way, what happens when object is at infinity? So I will draw a diagram like this. This is concave mirror, okay, and this is so I told object is at infinity means any distance, maybe 10 kilometer or 10 meter, 20 meter, 30 meter. If such situation is there, actually what happens here, the light ray falls, you take two light rays, okay, you can take two light rays. This object is, this is an object, so its image will be from top to bottom, from near to here. That's why we take two light rays from the here. So one light ray is scope. And one more ray, what is that? It will touch the mirror, and again this also come back. Here. So here actually what happens? The image is formed at this place, here, because focal length. So focal length, image is from there. So this is actually AB. AB will be the image. So A dash, B dash will be the object and image. That's why at infinity what is the image? It is the nature of the image. The image is real image, as it is real image. Image is real, and image is inverted. Cross. Real image is inverted, and the image is diminished. What is diminished? Not clear. Diminished is the image is not clear. It looks little blur. So that we call it as image, because of the distance. It looks little blur. Right. Okay. Then whatever the object is kept at C. What is C here? Central curvature. It will keep at C. Keep the image at central curvature. This is always useful like this. So when you keep an image at C, this is here. This is C.
parallel here. The rays step and come back. And from where they should pass, they will pass to focus. They will pass to the focus. Okay. Will not be here. Here what happened here? It goes from here and cuts in the this direction. So this is one output. And every output here, the image form is level because here this is C, here is A, B. So here the image form is here A dash B dash. Means the same thing happens here. Here again the light passes through center of focus. Again here there is no light. This will pass through center of focus and it will return back. In this way, it will return back and form a image. Okay? The same thing. This is focus. So when object is placed at what? C, the image is inverted, real, and on the same side. The image is inverted. Inverted. But at C. Object at what? C. Image is real, inverted, and on the same side. And same side. So this is the case when an object is kept at center of curvature. Okay. Then when you keep an object at F there on the principal focus. You keep the object on F. This is the you keep the object on F. Okay. So light what happens to the light ray? We pass and reflect that to the focus. Okay. And one more light ray will be there. Okay. Same. This light ray will pass to here and this will come in the same direction. Okay. So that's why these both are parallel. Okay. So when light ray passes, it is coming back. And see, when the nature of the image is real, inverted, and highly magnified. This is bigger in size. Where you get the image here, this part, large part, little bigger. So this is AB. Here they don't meet only. Here they will not meet only. That's why the image is at focus. What means the image is real, inverted, and magnified. Little bigger in size. Okay. So next, what happens when you keep the object beyond C? You are keeping the object far from C. This is F. This is C. Here we are keeping the object. Okay. You keep the object here. So here this is A. This is B. Okay. So what happens here? Same case. The ray passes through here, and there ray passes through the principal focus. Okay. We pass through the focus and pass through the focus. This is one way. And one more. This passes through here. Where? This part. Directly it passes through the focus and comes back. You see, this is coming back. Again, it comes back in the same direction. Okay, here. So here there is formation of flow. So when the image or the object is at what? Beyond C, the image will be real, inverted, diminished. The image is real, inverted, and diminished. Here the image is formed. Wherever the two rays meet, there that is the place where the image is formed. So that is here. So this is A dash B dash. So if it is object at what? Beyond C, the image is real, inverted, and diminished in the case of object beyond C. Then when you keep object between F and C, when you keep object between F and C means object is between focal length and center of curvature. Okay. So we keep the object here. This is AB. Okay. So what happens here? Here it will pass through here and it will pass through the principal focus. Okay. And where they meet, that part becomes, and there is one more ray. This also will pass through principal focus. Okay. So this ray passes and it will come back. So this part becomes A dash, B dash. So when the image is between F and C, the object is at between F and C. Between F and C, the image is real, inverted and magnified. It is bigger in size. Okay. So these are the rules or ray diagrams whenever you keep any object beyond C, at C, between F and C, center of curvature, okay, at the focus. So these are the things little clear. So once you draw the diagram and practice, it will be easier. Then when you take convex mirror, actually convex mirror, what happens? The image is formed behind the mirror. Generally we call the nature of the image is virtual, erect and diminished. Virtual, straight, erect and not clear in the case of convex mirror. Okay. Then coming to uses of spherical mirror, where they are used. See, we have many uses of concave mirror and convex mirror. Okay. I think convex mirror, concave mirror you know very well. So this especially, this is, see what happens, generally we call this as concave and convex. Concave is nothing, it is a mirror where the image is little enlarged. Okay, it is used in projector lamps and lights. Okay, concave mirror is parallel focus. It is used in solar cookers. So see very well, concave mirror generally called converging mirror. Concave mirror we call converging mirror. Convex mirror we call diverging mirror. Diverge means what happens here? All the rays of light come and join at a point. That is what? Concave. And all the rays meet and move back. That is called convex. They don't meet here. They all of them concentrate at a point. That becomes a concave mirror. Okay. So due to its nature, it is used in torches and headlights of cars and vehicles, because headlights are headlights. Suppose if this is a headlight, when the light falls here, it will diverge. It will diverge. We call diverge. Okay, diverge, converge and diverge. Here, then where we see one more is it is used in shaving mirrors by doctors. See, this is used by in shaving mirrors. Doctors also use this. So in this way, convex mirror is also in use. Convex mirror is used as rear view mirror in vehicles to see the vehicles coming back, because that will give the image which is smaller than the object. Image is smaller than the object. This is used especially in case of vehicles. Side lights, side mirrors will be there, no? For car, jeeps, or your bike, they will be there. So there we are using convex mirror, and even because it will give a large area. It will show, because generally rear view mirror, it will give a large area where the smaller things look very clearly, even though it is far. So these are the different uses of convex and concave mirror. Then what is the difference between real image and virtual image? See, real image is obtained on the screen. As it is, when you stand in front of the mirror, your image is obtained on the screen. Real image, okay. Virtual is not obtained on the screen. Virtual image cannot be obtained. Real image is always inverted. Virtual image is always erect. And the rays after reflection actually meet at a point. Whenever there is real image, the rays meet at a point when the reflection takes place. But in the case of virtual mirror, the rays do not meet at a point. In the case of real mirror image,
The image is found in front of the mirror. In the mirror, image is found, but in case of virtual mirror, image is found behind the mirror. So this is about light chapter. Okay, we'll discuss the next chapter in your next class. So I hope you have written all the question and answers. Your test is fast approaching. Read textbook, understand it, try to understand it. It will be very simple and easier. Thank you. Have a nice day.